they're not flat on their heels. And as Tiff starts moving, I'm going to place it. I may not be getting the ball, but I'm active and I'm getting a touch on the ball. I'm getting a touch on her stick. And I'm like, how's it fall? Like, what's it fall? At least I'm slowing her down. I'm getting her head down. And she knows I'm in her area and in her space. Really, really, really important. With my forwards, who love to be one and done, they like to do the haya, gone through. Teaching them poise and patience on the forward line was huge for us this year. Huge. If I could keep 11 players behind the ball, we were golden. The minute 2 or 3 forwards right the play, numbers down, we were in trouble. Okay? So, with our jab. Now, drills for this. Really, really simple. All I want Tiff to do is move the ball laterally. Okay, and all I'm going to do around her is work on jab. Good work, jab. Good work, jab. Jab. Okay, I'm not going for the ball. I'm jabbing here. If I get the ball, bonus. Okay? Talk about tennis players. You're watching, they're always on their toes. That's how you should be playing defense. You're light. I may not be light, but you're light, you're moving, you're making touches. Get our head down. Okay? From here we progress. Tiff's going to start tracking towards me like slow. Okay, same thing. This time I'm going to angle my body a little bit more, and she's going to start walking with the ball. Same thing, active stick, making touches. Okay? Trying to get the ball, active stick for your jab. Okay? Then from here, I would tell my players to go 100%. They're trying to beat me to the inside. Okay? We're going to go slow. Okay? So Tiff's trying to turn me and get to the inside. So that's a good position up here. As she's turning, I'm backing up as much as possible, keeping her in front. Okay? You can make it a game. You can give them points for turning and getting to the inside. You can kind of make it as competitive as you want, or you can just make it easy training tool. But that's how I start with the jab, build it up until make it to like a live play drill. Any questions? My approach. Okay, so if I am Tiff, do you want it to be breakaway situation, I'm approaching, or am I you're less with me pressure. Okay. Okay, one-on-one approach. So Tiff breaks through, no pressure on the ball carrier of any of my opponents. Another rule of thumb. My team, I say, if there's pressure on the ball carrier, even if she's 2 or 3 yards behind, and that they have another player up high, I gotta hold until I either hear this player tell me, I have ball, or you go, I recover. Okay? A lot of the time my players just jump. So this player jumps, the other player's still coming back. Wide open top circle, one pass, shot, hopefully not a goal, let's see as it is, okay? So it's really important if there's a player in that seam back here, I'd probably tell this player to hold a little bit longer until I get the communication to release and go or to hold. Okay, so I'm releasing to go pressure Tiff. Most important thing, equalize the speed. Okay, so as Tiff's coming at me, okay, I've got to gauge and equalize the speed with her. How do I do that? I call it a banana run or a J run. I come up, I get turned, and I turn my hips and feet so I can run with her. Okay, a good thing you can talk about is right shoulder to right shoulder. I want to be in a line that for me, I'm protecting the inside of the field and I'm forcing her to the outside. Okay, so as Tiff's coming, I don't want to do the haya, just run up. Yeah. I want to be active, come up, and I want to hold her here. As she starts going, then I can start gaining speed with her. Active stick, trying to get the ball, just get her head down. Yeah? She pulls to the inside. For me personally, my preference as a coach is that if somebody comes inside, I do not want my player's first step to be opening up to the inside. I want it to try as much as possible to backstep and keep her to the outside of the field. You may have a different philosophy. This is how I teach it, okay? So Tiff tries to pull inside. Yeah. Tries to pull inside on me. I want my kids to back up, still being in an active position. If they get burned, right? And Tiff does open up on me, and I drop step, it's really important I still maintain pressure. Okay, I don't want to see this player be like, oh, my job's done, see you later, you guys can figure it out. I want them to maintain pressure in the ball carrier. Okay? So, I'm going to apply pressure. Come up, equalize the speed. After I've equalized the speed with her, my goal with my team is to force them outside. And if we can force it obviously great. If not, sideline is my friend. I want to force her to the outside to the sideline. Okay? Really important with players, we talked about positioning. I don't want my players completely flat, giving Tiff the ability to beat me to the inside. Take the line from ball to goal. Okay? That's an easy way to help your kids with that. Because a lot of them like to come up very, very flat here, in almost like a block tackle stance. They're not mobile, they cannot protect the line to ball to goal. Okay? So sometimes I'll stop kids in drills, I'll grab their shirt and be like, stop. They're like, what? Like, where are you? And they'll be like here. And they'll go, Oh, yeah, I gotta be in this lane here. And it's a simple way for them to understand their body positioning where they need to be. Okay, any other questions? Okay, thank you, Ted. All right, another volunteer. What's your name? Sorry? Ashley, okay, come over here. Okay, we're gonna go down to this corner. You can probably hear me, I don't know if you want to come or not, you can. We'll start here. Okay, block tackles next. I personally do not, we teach block tackles, but I encourage my players to stay active, mobile, upright as long as possible. So we talk about using block tackle in the defensive 25 or the circle, okay? If they can step up and out and force to what we call for our keeper a low angle, most predictable shot, that's what I want my players to do. I don't want them sitting back just waiting. Okay, gone are the days of slow field hockey where you stand and wait, as active, as agile, as fast. So I like to make things game-like and field specific. So what I'll do is I'll set up a drill. I know this is a small space, but you can visualize it. Where the ball shifts to the outside, I'm applying pressure and they're entering kind of at the 10 and below into the circle. And how we play inline defense, because that's most of the time where my players use a block tackle. So when I teach a block tackle, again, you gotta be active and mobile with your feet. You cannot be on your heels with your weight back. So what I do, when Ashley comes at me, I'm on my heels, well, she can go through my legs for that. Okay? Or as I go into the tackle and I'm trying to be strong with flat feet, she can just push through me, right? Come through my step. That's right. Yeah. Okay? So she comes through, I'm here on my heels, she's going to come all the way through. Yeah? So it's really important as I come into approach to make a block tackle, that I'm light my feet again, and as she's coming, watch the ball, then I can make a strong tackle with my weight going forward. Okay? No matter what tackle your kids use, they need to think, once I tackle the ball and I touch the ball, it's mine, and I'm going forward. So every drill I have with a defensive presence, as soon as they touch the ball, their next step has to be, I'm going upfield, and I'm going to attack, or I'm looking for the next pass. Sometimes kids get the ball, they go, oh, I got the ball, they can stop. No, go, it's a mindset, okay? So, where should my hands be on my block tackle? You don't want them to be flat or behind your body, because again, Ashley can just push through me. You want to think 10 and 2, okay? Other thing for me, don't like backhand tackling. I personally don't. Kids are not strong here, especially in the outdoor game. So I work with my girls as much as possible to get forehand. Force forehand and tackle forehand. We don't even practice low down backhand tackling. We'll do some shade tackling and other stuff, but this, unless you're completely stuck and try not to move. Again, that's my philosophy preference. So, block tackle, get 2 o'clock in front, so as she's coming, I'm agile and moving to make my tackle and carry forward, and then I'm confident. Not by going field. Okay? So, simple drill. Actually, okay, I need one more person. Danica, come on over. See if I know your name, you're in trouble. Oh, you got sticky, better. Okay, so Danica and Ashley can be in the same team. No, you can just pop my head a bit. Alright, so Danica would be like the feeder. She's going to feed the ball to Ashley. Imagine this is on a full field. Okay, so it's a little bit further out. Ashley's goal is to try to enter the circle through the goals on the baseline, okay? I'm the defender, I'm the last line of defense that has to apply pressure to the ball carrier. Okay, so I'm going to start next to Danny. Ball shifts out. Ashley starts tracking. Okay, pause. Okay, as a defender, what do I need to be thinking? Anybody, any thoughts? Say again? Okay, reduce your speed, space, and vision. What else? In the last line defense. The only person behind me is my awesome goalie. Stop it for the circle possible. But what would a goalkeeper like best? A shot from the top of the key or baseline? Baseline, right? So I want to force it to the most predictable, least dangerous angle. Okay? So as the ball shifts out, I do not want to allow Ashley to cut back inside of me. Tool me here, yeah, come in and have an awesome shot top. So it's important for this player to think, I need to step out, force her out. As I'm coming, make yourself big, keep your feet covered, and be agile, right? I'm not necessarily trying to get the ball first. So as I'm coming out, she's tracking, I'm applying pressure, I'm getting her head down here, okay? As we start entering the circle, staying forehand, as Ashley starts moving the ball and pulling up, I'm trapping her in the corner, boom, now I can put him in my ball tackle, or I can double team with my keeper here, okay? Left corner especially, if my players do this, I pretty much chuck their stick out of the way and sneak off the field, okay? Stay forehand as long as possible. So, back up again. In the 25, or especially the circle, I don't want to see my players coming into jab here, leaving their feet open, exposed for a corner. So it's good footwork, active stick in front of my feet, keeping my feet covered. As she's tracking with her, I may have an active stick, but I'm bringing my stick back in. As she comes in, then I can either my butt tackle and hopefully knock it up a corner right there. Okay? But I like doing these drills into the circle, so I think it adds some pressure component to it, keeps your keepers involved, and is realistic to gameplay, versus doing butt tackling drills in the middle of the field. Any questions? Yes?
Would you also be able to set this up further in the corner so you're not doing the back tackle in the circle, so you're not doing
Yeah, I mean you can, if your players can get outside the circle and absolutely stop them early, even better. I find a lot of my players, especially at the start of season, back up a little bit with them, they end up in the circle. And I want them in practice to have that opportunity to work on it. I have a lot of kids early in season 2, they stand and they do this during the play defense, or they come in here, or they come in here, then you gotta like teach them what you want them to do. So, yeah. Gloria, your question? Oh, you're okay.
10 o'clock block tackle? You just show them the work.
Yeah, best talking about the 10 o'clock block tackle on your forehand, so bring your hands across. And I use that more, like I said, to protect your left foot. So if Danica's got the ball, and she's trying to get my left foot for a corner, rather than coming in here and for players to go down low here, talk about shifting your hands across your face, so I'm protecting my feet and then pull ceiling. Okay, so I'm still upright, protecting, I'm still agile. I'm not coming down, committing low. Now, needs must, sometimes you have to, but I'd rather they stay here and they drop down back step. Okay, so it's really just that part getting the left elbow out. Any more questions? Okay, thank you guys. Okay, next we'll talk about open field positioning. So, something else here. What's going on? Okay, come on in. What's your name? Becca? Becky? Yes, please. Okay. Ignore the comments just for the next part. Okay, so imagine that, I like how this visualization is. The opponent's defender is broken through, your forward's been eliminated, and I'm the midfielder. Okay, I think this happens a lot in the midfield play, 2 25s. How do I then, what's my role? In my opinion, that player's role is to dictate the play, so my players behind can stay marked, can keep covering the passing lanes, but I'm still doing my job without eliminating myself. I want to stay involved too. So, Becky's coming through, I'm going to sit in duck midi, I have no mark, or I've been told to go, what's their player's thought process? Okay, for me, I tell my players, all right, ideally, I have time. What do I want to force her? I want to force her strong side forehand, okay? First thing I have to do is step and say, Becky, the only place you're going is to my right, okay? Now, if you can get your players to do as much as possible, helps everyone else behind in good intercepting lines, good marking lines, being able to pick off any passes coming through, okay? So, open play, first thought, we step to my left, first forehand. Now what I have to do? Now to close down her space, and I have to be a pest and nuisance and annoy her. So I'm coming in, I'm like, all right, Becky, game on. You can go right. So as she's coming, then I start using my block, or my jab, sorry, and get in her place, I get her head down, okay? And if I can, I come up with the ball at the end, okay? But this player's role is not to get the ball. My role is to get her head down, allow the rest of my team to stay calm, poised in their positions. There's nothing worse when players jump, numbers down, goalies have to make big saves. It's nice if you can keep players in the game. So first off, force the outside. So a drill for this, really, really easy. I start with the ball as the defender, okay? And we start and square to each other. I pass to Becky, and as soon as it goes, I will make a little goal for Becky to come through, which is game on and open field play, okay? And you can make goals right and left, so she's trying to beat me to my back stick. But ideally, we can have more points for me as a defender if I force her through the forehand gate versus backhand gate. At least for competition, so giving points for things. I tell my players too, as a defender, you can win by not just getting the ball, but by forcing into that gate. Yeah, the forehand gate. If I stay in the play long enough, okay, to keep forcing you to where I want you to my team to stay back. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah? Okay, thank you, Becky. And last thing is tackle back.
Sorry.
Nothing more probably pet peeve when players eliminated and then they just stand and watch the team defend and do their thing. So with all my players, I harp on them about tackling back and what that looks like. And they're volunteering.